Hello and welcome back to my channel. In today's video we are going to get some winter predictions for you. This is just going to be a general overview of some things you can expect this winter, and I was going to do a longer, more detailed video, but I just don't have the capacity right now, so this is going to be more of like a kind of a general energy check-in for this winter season. And with that said, please feel free to pause the video, pick whichever pile is speaking the most to you, and let's get into today's reading. Hello Pile 1 and welcome to your reading. If you chose the green bow, this is going to be your reading for today, where we are taking a look at what you can expect this winter. This is going to be a shorter video. It's meant to be more of kind of like a general overview of the season and maybe get some like general themes of things that you might be working on or things that might occur for you this season. I was going to do a longer, more detailed video. I would have loved to do that. I just don't have the capacity right now. So it's going to be, again, a little bit more of kind of a general overview. And with that said, let's get right into it. Okay. Right off the bat. Okay. This actually also happened with your oracle cards. They came out before I even got the words out. Okay, so the first card we have, I love this. We have the Magician and a Hanged Man. Okay. Ooh, okay. All right, we have the Six of Swords. Okay. And then, oh, I love this. Okay. This is the Queen of Moons, which would be the Queen of Cups in this deck. Sorry, Padawan, I had to readjust the camera because I realized we don't have enough room. And I do want to take your oracle cards right away just so that we have kind of the full picture here. The first oracle card we have is Finding, which is lovely. I love this card. I love the energy of this card. And then we have, oh, beautiful, Peace, the little dove. We could even say there might be a message about finding peace, which I could understand with the message of the Hanged Man and then kind of transitioning towards the Queen of Cups there. And then the last card we have is, this is beautiful, Pile 1. Okay, we have Bridge, which says successfully overcoming a problem, which I can understand given the other energies that we have here. Sorry, every time I move something, we have these little jingle bells. Okay. All right, Pile 1. So I actually sat with this energy for a while, and I think that it's a pretty simple message. It might be something that you already know, it might be something that you don't necessarily want to hear, but the good news about what is going to be happening for you this winter is that you are going to be finding a sense of peace and acceptance with the idea that you might not be able to see all of the progress that you are making right away. But you are making progress, and it's giving me the sense, your spread is giving me the sense that you might be looking for something, some sense of fulfillment, some sense of some goal you're trying to achieve. And there might be a message here from Spirit that maybe one of the realizations that you are going to be coming to this season is you already have everything that you need in order to achieve whatever you're trying to achieve. In the sense, if you're looking for something that you think is going to give you a feeling of peace, happiness, joy, fulfillment, there might be a message that you already have all of those things at your fingertips. And it might be a message about needing to change your perspective on where you currently are. And I do think that this winter you are going to be getting to a place where you're going to be very in touch with your intuition, you're going to be very in touch with your emotional self. And I think that if you've been doing a lot of spiritual work and you have felt like maybe you were stagnating a little, like it was hard, like if you've been trying to manifest something or there's a specific goal you've been trying to reach and you feel like there's been blockages and delays and it's just not happening the way that you thought it would or with the speed that you thought it would, again, it's not necessarily giving me the sense that you are going to get exactly the thing that you want, exactly the way that you wanted it to happen. It's more giving me the sense that you are going to be able to shift your perspective to see the abundance that you already have in a different way. And it might be, there might be a message here about realizing that you might not actually want the thing that you think you want. And maybe part of the journey you're going on this winter is realigning with your actual desires. That's an intuitive thing that's coming in, and I will go card by card. So we're starting with the Magician. The Magician is very good news. It's usually a very positive message in any kind of spread. The Magician is somebody who has really embraced their personal power. Really, the Magician can do anything because they have all 4 elements at their disposal. They have all 4 of the tarot suits kind of in alignment. It does talk about like stepping up and claiming your power to make any kind of positive change in your life. And the Magician is also very much associated with manifestation and manifesting certain things because the Magician is somebody who takes initiative towards their goals and has faith that they have the power to achieve whatever they want to achieve. And so that's a beautiful positive message. And this is a message, like when this card came out as your first card here, the thing that popped into my head was you can do anything, you can achieve anything. And with the other energies here, there is a reassurance from Spirit that whatever you are trying to manifest, whatever you're working towards, whatever you want, you can have it. But there's other messages here about maybe shifting a little, needing to be maybe a little bit flexible in your thinking, and really connecting with yourself on an emotional level. And so again, that's what kind of giving me the idea that what you think you want at the start of the season might be different from what you know you want at the end of the season. But there is also an additional message that you can have whatever you want. There's energetic stuff going on for you this season that is it like with the Magician being the first card here, whatever you're trying to manifest, yes, it's going to be happening. There's stuff going on behind the scenes that you can't see. Spirit is supporting. There's moons here on this card, which for me is a symbol of spiritual support, Spirit working behind the scenes to remove certain obstacles. We do have successfully overcoming a problem. So if you have a specific obstacle or blockage or delay that you know about, there would be a confirmation here that you will get past it, whatever it is. But it might be in the process of doing that, your perspective on it might shift a little. So then part of the reason I'm saying that is the next card we have here is the Hanged Man. And the Hanged Man can carry a couple of different messages. That's also part of the reason I'm talking about blockages and delays, because the Hanged Man is not moving forward. There can be a message with this card about remaining in the status quo, not making any major shifts or changes in terms of like the 3D practical world. Like, we're not moving to a new country, we're not applying to a new job, we're just kind of, let's stay kind of in the status quo and work on things such as surrender to divine timing, acceptance of where we are right now. And because the Hanged Man, this is a hanged moon, but because the Hanged Man usually depicts somebody hanging upside down, there can also be a message about a change in perspective, shifting our perspective on where we currently are, because we might not be moving forward right now. So the way that we can have an effect on our circumstances is by reevaluating how we feel about where we are and what's going on in our life right now. So that's the reason why I'm kind of giving those messages as well, that like you might not be making as much forward progress towards a specific concrete goal right now. Maybe something you're trying to manifest not coming in as fast or the way you want it to right now. But it's because there's some perspective shift that I think that your spirit guides are assuring you is going to happen. And I will reiterate, this is a positive message here. Like, if there's a blockage or a delay or something going on, the message would be because there's divine timing at play, because Spirit is supporting you, because they are removing obstacles from your path, because it is very important for this perspective shift to happen. And then with the message of the Six of Swords, The Six of Swords does talk about a transition. You know, you can see this person's like walking away from these Six Swords, which we could, you know, there might be like a difference between the Hanged Man, which is not moving forward. The Six of Swords talks about like we're moving from one phase into the next phase. The fact that we have this kind of in context here would be, and then with the moons, kind of would be a confirmation for me that what we are transitioning, like the forward momentum that we are making, sorry, Spirit's showing me moving water moving underground. So like the ground on top is not moving, but there is stuff going on underneath the ground that we can't see. There is movement, but it's not immediately apparent. There are other things that are not moving or shifting, and specifically Spirit showing me water would also be, and with the Queen of Cups here, would also be like there's emotional movement that is going on, even though your physical circumstances might not be shifting right now. There's emotional shifts going on for you this season. Yeah, so it might feel like you are like, it's just like, don't panic if your circumstances aren't changing, if your manifestation is not coming in, if like you're trying to achieve a specific goal and you feel like there's blockages delayed, don't panic, because there's emotional shifting that is going on for you this winter, and it could feel like again like water moving underground, like your day-to-day routine might not change, but there's like a lot of emotional stuff that is helping you transition from one phase into the next phase. And they're part of successfully overcoming a problem. It's like the bridge, even like water moving under a bridge. The bridge is not moving, but there's literally like a river flowing underneath this bridge. And so it's like, kind of, we need to let that water flow. We need to kind of go with the flow of the emotional changes that are happening for you this season, because it is not going to affect your stability in the long term, but it's important not to resist whatever emotional shifts are going on for you. That's how I'm being called to read that. And again, there's a confirmation that things are shifting, they are moving, they are changing, but it might not seem like that on the surface. And then if we have the Queen of Cups here as your last card here, the message would be, you are transitioning into a time when you are very deeply connected to your emotions. That's why the Six of Swords it's not always connected to like an emotional shift, but the rest of the context here, the fact that you're transitioning from this Magician, Hanged Man towards the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is an energy of being very connected with your emotions, processing and feeling your feelings, expressing your emotional needs, nurturing yourself, taking care of yourself. It's an energy of really trusting and following your intuition. You're going to be, again, very, very highly intuitively connected. And there's some aspect of feeling very in touch with your emotional side. And if you've been avoiding dealing with certain emotions, then I think that this would be a message that you're going to be working on that this season. But I just think there's advice that you can trust your intuition. And the Queen of Cups is somebody who would kind of echo the message of the Hanged Man in terms of surrendering to the divine. It's like, trust the process. If things come up this season that are emotionally challenging, there would be a message that I'm just going to kind of go with the flow. I'm going to accept it for what it is. I'm going to work through whatever feelings I'm feeling. And I'm going to be nurturing and compassionate towards myself and others, because we are all just emotional beings. And I know that whatever emotional stuff is coming up, it's helping me overcome things, and it's helping me transition into the next phase. Even though it might not feel like things are making progress, I know that they are, because there's water flowing underground. To put it that way, There might also be additional messages. You know, we're moving into the holiday season, so there might also be additional messages if you have stuff going on with like you know, family stuff and you know, like your interpersonal relationships. There could be a message that with this piece and how content this person looks on this finding card and the energy of the Queen of Cups. Again, just like literally taking it moment by moment, approaching whatever the situation is with compassion and a sense of peace. You know, the idea that, you know, we can't control other people's behaviors and stuff like that, but we can control how we choose to react. We can control kind of like whether we are going to internalize somebody else's behavior, or if we're just going to say like, this is who this person is. I can't force them to behave a different way. So I'm just going to focus on myself and taking care of myself. That might be something that is important this season. And then also, again, the Queen of Cups is somebody who brings a lot of compassion and care and nurturing to personal relationships while also maintaining healthy boundaries. We do have the bridge. This is reminding me of like bridging a gap between two people, like a bridge, like a relationship thing, like repairing a connection of some kind. If that resonates for you, you might have somebody, you know, where the connection might be a little bit shaky, or there might have been stuff that happened in the past and you might be feeling like you want to reconnect with this person and kind of mending bridges with somebody. Might be something that you're interested in. If it is, then there would be positive messages here about that. Particularly, we have this dove here with the olive branch in its mouth, you know, like extending an olive branch, a gesture of let's make peace. Let's put the old stuff to rest. Let's bury the hatchet. You know, let's you know, and we're going to express and advocate for our emotional needs, and at the same time, like let's try to make peace as much as we can. And so there might be a message there if you are interested in mending a bridge with somebody or repairing a relationship with somebody, or if something is a little bit on shaky ground, there would be reassurance that things are going to be worked out this season for you. And it might be because of the energy that you are going to be in. And I will say, even though there is some emotional stuff going on with the Six of Swords and the things Spirit's been showing me, you will be feeling peaceful. You will be feeling like with the message of finding, and then finding peace. There's a part of the perspective shift, I think, on this Hanged Man is going to be, it's like, again, like acceptance, you know, and being able to find a real sense of, I can relax. I'm surrendering control of the situation, and I can just relax and practice being in kind of a peaceful mindset. Again, even if I can't control other people's choices, I can't control the behavior, you know, again, if you have like stuff going on with family members or whatever else is happening this season, it's like you can provide a sense of peace to yourself as much as you can in your circumstances. And there is like kind of like a calm, content, sort of peaceful energy here. I don't think that, like, if you do have again, like frayed or fractured relationships with family, this is not going to be like a big dramatic blow up or a fight or anything like that. This is going to be like, again, let's just come together and try to make peace. And that, I think, is a beautiful message. There is a feeling of calm, acceptance, zen, and at the same time, faith. Like having faith that, you know, with the Magician, you can do anything. You can manifest anything. You have a sense of personal power here. The Six of Swords, you are like things are shifting. They're moving forward, you know, in some way. But it's like we're just gonna find peace and acceptance with what we have right now. And what's interesting with this Finding card, it's like, I just love the expression on this person's face of just like contentment, you know, and I'm just like, I'm happy to be here, and she's almost like hugging herself, you know, and that it is reminding me of the energy of the Queen of Cups, and like just finding happiness, finding joy, finding peace with whatever circumstance I'm in right here. Like I'm not moving forward. I'm just gonna close my eyes and try to find what I can in this present moment. I will also say there's a moon behind this person again. again, which would be a message about spiritual support, things going on behind the scenes. And the moon is also very much connected with our emotions, which is, you know, the queen of moons, the queen of cups, very much connected with emotions. So there is emotional stuff going on behind the scenes, and it's also a message about, again, spiritual support. Like spirit is supporting you through this transition, like the whatever's shifting while you're not moving, that is being supported by spirit. And then also we have it echoing this message about transition. We have these butterflies here as well. Butterflies are a symbol of transformation, and so there is a confirmation again. Even if things might not seem like they're racing forward, there might not be a ton of change. If you're working towards the goal, you might not see a lot of progress, but there is a lot of emotional stuff that is happening behind the scenes that is helping you transform from one phase into the next phase, where you are going to be embodying the energy of the Queen of Cups, somebody who's very in touch with their emotions, done a lot of emotional processing, very secure and stable, compassionate and nurturing, and also very highly intuitive. And I will also say, like, the additional message of having the Magician as the first card here. Reassurance, if you're trying to manifest something, it might not happen as quickly as you want it to, but it is happening. Like whatever manifestation energy practices you're putting out there, it is having an effect. Even if you can't see the results of it right now, immediately, things are going on spiritually behind the scenes for you. So with that said, that is where I'm going to leave your reading today, pile 1. I hope that you have enjoyed it. I know it's a little bit shorter, but I just wanted to give kind of a more general reading. And if you did like it, please feel free to give it a like. Please comment down below. Let me know how this resonated for you. If you like my videos and you want to see more from me, you can subscribe to my channel. And with that said, thank you very much for watching Pile 1, and I do hope to see you in my next video. Hello Pile 2, and welcome to your reading. If you chose the gold bow, this is going to be your reading for today, where we are taking a look at just a general overview of some of the things you can expect this winter. I would have loved to do a more detailed, in-depth video, but I just don't have the capacity right now, so it's going to be more of like a general kind of energy check-in for what's going to be going on this winter. And with that said, let's get right into it. Okay. All right, we have the 9 of Stars, which would be the 9 of Pentacles. We have the Ace of Swords. I keep shuffling, nothing's coming out. Spirit's showing me the Sun, and I asked whether they wanted me to take it, and they said yes. So I'm just gonna take the Sun from the pile, even though it's not coming out. Spirit is insisting that I take it. Okay. What can Pile 2 expect this winter? Okay. And then we have the 4 of Wands. This is a pretty positive message, Pile 2. I am going to get your oracle cards just so that we can have like the full context of what's going on for you this season. But I do think it is a positive message here. Okay, we have, very nice, we have Passion. We have Protection. And just maybe an obvious association here is use protection. If that resonates for you, we have Mice, which says discord among friends or family. Okay. So that might, in itself might be a message. There might be something going on with your friends group or your family this season. We're going into the holiday season for the winter holidays. So there might be like lots of opportunities to spend time with family. With the 4 of Wands, there might be a message about going home, like to your hometown, or spending time with your family of origin or people from your childhood who are very familiar. But it could be that there might be something going on here. And with the message of like the Ace of Swords and then the Passion, words might be said that might be painful. Somebody might say something in a moment of passion, or like passion can be positive, it can be related to things like love and, you know, romance and you know, with chemistry and stuff like that. Can also be related to anger. And so there could be words said in anger between friends or family, and this could just be a message about that. But there are a lot of other positive messages here, and with the message of protection here, like whatever might be happening in your friends group or your family, it could be that it might not directly involve you, and or whatever it is, the connection itself is being protected. Even so, like there might be a message like don't panic if you get into an argument with somebody, or there's like a clash of tempers or a clash of egos that goes on this holiday season. There's reassurance here that it's probably going to be temporary. But just to be aware that there might be some discord, and I think it probably would be related to this Ace of Swords here. So we're going to start over here with this Nine of Pentacles, because this is a beautiful positive message. And I will say, when I was shuffling the deck in between the piles, I did see the Ten of Pentacles as well. So it's a slightly different message, but the Ten of Pentacles would be reiterating the message of the Nine of Pentacles, and then also be an additional connection to family. We have this discord among friends or family, so something's going on, I think, with your family, and or like your there's some connection to like hometown, familiarity, family systems. And again, we are moving into the holiday season, so there's probably going to be more opportunities to spend time with your family, or, you know, whoever you would consider to be a part of your family unit, whether that's like found family or whatever, however that resonates for you. There's messages that even if there's an argument or a fight or something, you are going to get through it. So starting with the Nine of Pentacles, this is a message about hard work paying off, like reaping the harvest is what's coming to me. Like, you've invested time, energy, resources, you've been working really hard on something, however that resonates for you. There's a connection to career and money. If you've been working really hard at work, the Nine of Pentacles would be a confirmation that it is paying off. You are going to be earning more money. You might be getting a raise. You might be getting promoted. You might be like, you're going to see the payoff of that hard work. And there might be, like, if you're doing something creative, if you're doing something online, if you have like a business, if you are self-employed, working independently, this would be a message that you are going to be more abundant and successful this season than you have been up to this point. And there can also be a way to read this. I do think this has to do with career or money, whatever you're working on. There could also be a way to read this where it might also be connected to your spiritual development. Like, if that would resonate for you as the thing that you have been working really hard on, there may be a message here that that spiritual work you're doing is also going to be paying off with certain things that are happening this season, especially if there's something going on with friends or family group about an argument or a disagreement, something going on here with this Ace of Swords. The work you would have been doing on spiritual development would be something that would help you kind of resolve the conflict. If that is something that would be your responsibility in this situation, if it's something that doesn't involve you, you can still help resolve the conflict, but it might not be something you're directly involved in. However, with the Ace of Swords being the next card out here, this card can carry a message about being careful about what you say, because this sword can be double-edged. Like, it can carry a very positive message, but it can also be saying that, again, that we need to be careful about the things that we say and the way that we say them, in order to avoid unnecessary conflict. So there could be a mess. Somebody might hear you saying something and might interpret it the wrong way, or somebody, you know, you might, like, it could be that you have confided in the wrong person and they were not trustworthy, and it creates a situation that you did not intend. That could be a potential message here, and that's kind of why I'm giving those messages. We have like with the mice here, and then the passion and protection. It's like, yeah, there might be something that's misinterpreted, or something going on with that. But the Ace of Swords also carries a positive message about, you can see there's clouds here that are kind of clearing away. The Ace it's a new beginning, it's a new start, it's an opportunity, and it talks about, like, we're starting a new cycle where we are being very honest, where we are speaking up for ourselves, and that might be something that is new in terms of your friends group or your family. You might have gone through a throat chakra expansion where you're like, I'm standing up for myself. I'm going to talk about what I need. I'm not going to tolerate people overstepping my boundaries. So I'm protecting myself. I'm going to make sure that I'm speaking up for myself and advocating for my needs, which it might be something that, like, certain friends or family members might not be used to that. And they might be like, you know, the phrase, the people who get upset with us for enforcing our boundaries are the people who benefited from us not having any, you know. And it can be that, like, I know personally from my own experience, like, it could be like family members that we love and want to continue to have a relationship with can be the ones who are violating our boundaries, you know. And so in that situation, it's like, I'm going to speak up for myself, you know, and it's like, if somebody might not like that, it doesn't mean we need to cut them off right away. It's just like, I'm going to consistently state what my boundary is. What is the consequence for violating that boundary? And then I'm going to follow through on it. And doing that kind of helps us build trust in our own ability to speak up for ourselves, to put it that way. So that might be something that you're really kind of stepping into this season, is using your voice in order to clearly communicate certain things that you might not have communicated in the past, or might not have been very clear about in the past. You are speaking up for yourself. That could be one message of the Ace of Swords. And then the other connotation would also be with clear thinking, having a moment of clarity. This card is associated with having like a sudden epiphany about something, just having like a realization, and then the clouds are clearing away and you can see the situation clearly. You have like, just, it's almost like a lightning strike of like, oh, I get it. You know, I see what's happening here. And that could be another way to interpret this, where because Spirit insisted on me taking the Sun card, like the sun coming out through the clouds, like things becoming clearer, and it's clearing away whatever confusion might be here, especially if there's some sort of miscommunication, or somebody, you know, if you make an offhand comment and somebody takes offense to it, even though you didn't mean it that way, you know, like something like that happens. The message of the sun would be that we're clearing away that confusion, we're clearing things up, we're clearly communicating, like I didn't mean it that way, you know, whatever it is. And the sun is a beautiful positive message, because it talks about things such as joy, positivity, happiness, yes from the universe, success. So again, like things are, whatever's happening here with this mice card, it is going to be cleared away. And the sun is a positive message. The Four of Wands is also a positive message about success, achieving milestones. And so that could be another confirmation. The Four of Wands could be another confirmation of something maybe going on in your career, with the Nine of Pentacles. That's like getting a promotion, or achieving a certain milestone in terms of your business, or like landing a big client or something like that. Could be an association here that's going to give you a feeling of joy, success, happiness, and it could be related very much. The sun could very much be related to this passion card. where it does feel like things are taking off, you know, and especially if you're starting a new cycle where you are communicating very clearly and seeing things very and perceiving the situation very clearly, that could be helping you have like a real sense of happiness and positivity, and whatever you're working towards, if it's starting to really pay off, I could see that also kind of driving your passion to move forward with whatever it is. And especially if you feel like you've been kind of maybe stuck or stagnating, or like, you know, if you've been kind of more of in a head, like a hanged man energy of like, I know I'm not supposed to move forward right now. You know, the message with this spread would be you are moving forward. And the reason I'm saying that is that also the imagery on this sun is like seeing the sun through the like this. There's like a hole in the wall where you might have felt like trapped or stuck in this brick house and you couldn't see the sun, and we're punching through it with the Ace of Swords. We're just like cracking through that wall, and the sunlight is suddenly pouring in, and we can see the bright future. So that might be a message there. And then with the Four of Wands, again, it can talk about certain milestones. It can talk about like getting promoted, buying a house, achieving a goal. It can also talk about relationship milestones. Might be said, especially with the passion here, there might be something going on with your relationship. If that resonates for you, and that would be like moving in with somebody, or you know, or deciding to be exclusive, or perhaps an engagement, and that might also be something that's going on in like your family group or your friends group. There just might be it might have to do with you, it might have to do with something else, maybe some context here. You might be going to a wedding, because this is also very much associated with weddings. There might be like a family wedding or an engagement party or something like that, that might resonate for you. And if that's the case, there might be something that happens at that event, and just to be kind of like wary about that. Make sure you're being very clear in your communication. But whatever happens, you're going to get through it. And then the other association with the Four of Wands, it is associated with feelings of familiarity, and so it can be related to like family, going back to your hometown, things that are related to your childhood, and it's like things that feel safe and familiar. So again, like that would resonate for me in terms of, you know, if you're going back to your family of origin or your hometown for the holidays, and having a sense of like, oh, I'm back in my old familiar neighborhood, and things feel very, very safe and familiar here. Even though there might be something that comes up, people might be feeling very passionate about certain things. There is also a message about positivity and about safety here. So I do think, and protection, like I do think whatever happens is not going to be world ending. It's not going to be relationship ending. But there just might be a message again to just kind of take it one step at a time, and that you have the tools and the resources to resolve whatever issue might come up. And then, you know, with passion, it could also be a message you are going to be feeling very passionate this winter. It could be you're feeling passionate about something you're working on, you're feeling passionate about your interpersonal relationships, and or you might be feeling passionate about, you know, if you're learning about how to set and enforce boundaries, especially with family. That could be something you feel very passionate and driven about, because you know that you are protecting yourself by doing that kind of thing. And if you've like gone through a throat chakra expansion and or been working on your self-esteem, it could be a feeling of like, you know, I'm standing up for myself for the first time, and I feel very strongly about it, because it's when people trample my boundaries, it's wrong, you know, and it's that kind of like righteous feeling that might be being represented here on this passion card. You know, even if people don't like that because they're not used to it, you know, when you consistently enforce your boundaries, they'll have to get used to it. Or the consequences, whatever your consequences, whether that's, you know, if you don't like me standing up for myself, like, too bad, you know. If you consistently cross my boundary, I'm going to leave. Or if you yell at me, I'm going to end the conversation. You know, whatever it is, and it's like you're not giving the other person a choice in that situation. Either they adapt to your boundary or you're gone, you know. So that might be something that resonates for you this season. And With that said, I think that is where I'm going to leave your reading. I do think there's lots of beautiful positive messages. If you've been working towards something, especially like about work or something creative that you're working on, there's positive messages. Your hard work is paying off. You are going to be feeling like you are having a good time. You're going to be having a lot of fun, especially if you're going back home. Like the sun is also very like fun energy, and so there could be like friends or family and like just doing a lot of really fun winter activities, and you may be playing like board games with people, like just reconnecting maybe with people from your past and having a lot of fun. And there might be some situation that comes up, a misunderstanding, fighting with somebody, but it's not going to be like terribly bad. It could just be the natural consequence of you speaking up for yourself. So yeah, I'm not seeing any like major issues here, and it is a pretty positive message, pile 2. So I hope that you have enjoyed this video. If you did like it, please feel free to give it a like. Please comment down below and let me know how this resonated for you. If you like my videos and you want to see more from me, you can feel free to subscribe to my channel. And with that said, thank you very much for watching pile 2, and I do hope to see you in my next video. Hello pile 3, and welcome to your reading. If you chose the red bow, this is going to be your reading for today. We are going to get like a general overview of some things that you can expect this winter season. I would have loved to do like a more detailed in-depth video, but I just don't have the capacity right now. So it is going to be a little bit more like a general thing where we are going to be looking at your energy and maybe get some ideas about certain things you might be able to expect this winter. And with that said, let's get right into it. What can pile 3 expect? Okay, we have the 2 of Wands. And I will say this card did pop out when I was shuffling between the piles. So it definitely was meant to come out for you today. Okay, what can pile 3 expect this season? Okay, and then we have the King of Stars. This would be the King of Pentacles. Okay. All right, we have the Hanged Man, which also showed up for pile 1. So if you did feel drawn to pile 1, there might be additional messages there for you. All right, pile 3, I've been shuffling for a long time, and Spirit's not giving me an extra card, and I will say, usually I am very calm and easygoing, and I feel extremely frustrated. So I don't know if that is something that I am channeling. You might be feeling frustrated, especially with the 2 of Wands, the King of Pentacles, the Hanged Man. It might feel like things are not moving for you, and you might feel stuck and a little bit frustrated this season. You might feel like where's the thing that I want? You know, for me, it's your 4th card, but for you, it might be something that you're working towards or trying to achieve, or there just might be a sense of like, I want to move forward. I don't want to be here anymore, even though you might be consistently receiving messages from Spirit that you're exactly where you're supposed to be right now, and that things, you know, aren't supposed to be moving forward right now, and you got to wait for divine timing. You might be feeling a little bit frustrated this season. So I just wanted to say that because that usually it doesn't really bother me if it takes a million years for the cards to come out. I was getting like 0 to 100 rage level of like, just give me a card, you know. So I wanted to talk about that. And with that said, I'm gonna calm myself down. And what can pile 3 expect this season, please? What can pile 3 expect this season, please? Okay. All right, and then we have the Page of Swords. Okay. All right, that is interesting. Okay. So I want to talk about this spread that we have here. Spirit also really wanted me to look at the card on the back of the deck, even though I was like, I don't have that much time. So I am going to talk about it at the end of the reading, because I feel like it is important. And especially this deck has a few special cards, and it is one of the special cards in this deck. It's the New Moon card, which is right here. So this was on the back of the deck. We will talk about it at the end of the reading. And with that said, we are going to get your oracle cards right off the bat, just so we can have kind of a full picture here of what to expect. We have talent, very nice. We have surrender, yeah, definitely. I could see that being associated here, you know. And surrender, it's so hard, and especially, you know, again, like I'm a Taurus sun. I'm usually pretty patient and easygoing, but I also have a Sagittarius moon. And I get frustrated with the idea of having to be in the Hanged Man energy. It's not an easy energy, and I totally resonate with that. Ooh, I love this. Okay, we have Money Path, which says a path with money is waiting for you to find it. Okay, so yeah, there would be reassurance from Spirit, even if you're feeling frustrated, even if you feel like you're not moving forward, even like there is divine timing at play here. There really is, and it could be that you need to stay where you are right now because you might be searching, looking for something, but it's like the Hanged Man. There's a shift of perspective that needs to happen or is going to happen, and it's going to happen when you surrender to the process. You know, and I like so much easier said than done. I fully resonate with that, but it's whatever path, whatever shift of perspective, whatever thing you're kind of looking for on this Two of Wands, you need to be here in order to be able to find this path that's going to lead you to money and abundance. Like there's a necessary part of this Hanged Man that like you gotta go through this part. It's reminding me of the concept of like process skipping in therapy, of like we can't jump forward to the part where we're already healed. We can't jump forward to the part where we already have the thing we want. We gotta go through all the steps in between. And even if it's frustrating and it feels like we're stagnating, we're not moving forward, there's a part of this process that is necessary in order to put you on this path towards abundance. And this is even reminding, the image on this surrender card is reminding me of like ripples in the water, like skipping a stone on the water, and it's step by step, and it's like with a ripple you start with like a small one and then it ripples out and out and out, and it's like the ripple effect of you know, we were starting small, but we will get there. Like things have an impact on other things, and there's like a domino effect here that you might not be able to see from your current perspective, but there's reassurance from your spirit guides. Things are happening. Like you are putting things into motion, even if you're not at the big ripple yet. The things you're doing right now are having an effect on your future success. They are having a positive influence. Again, even if it feels like you're not moving forward right now in the way that you wish you were. So that's kind of what I'm seeing in this spread. And we are going to start with the Two of Wands. So the Two of Wands, it can be a message about potential and like definitely with talent and potential. The message is you do have the talent and potential to achieve whatever you want if you're trying to earn money doing something, for sure. And the message of the King of Pentacles, confirmation, but there's going to be a financial payoff for whatever we're talking about here. If you're doing something creative or something performative in some way, definitely there's going to be a financial payoff. There's a lot of reassurance about that, and you will you might not see it immediately this season, but you will know that you are on the path towards generating money in some way. A Two of Wands talks like it can talk about, I want to go out exploring. I want to see what's out there. I might be considering taking a different path. It's reminding me of the Robert Frost, like two roads diverged in a wood, and it's like you're standing at that crossroads, and you're considering like, what is the potential if I take, this well-traveled road? What is the potential if I take the road less traveled? And kind of considering your options, and kind of, again, like wanting to explore and see what's out there. And there can be an energy of like should I stay or should I go? What should I do here? Like and it can be like a considering energy. And it can also be like, with other energies here, and the feeling that I was having and the message about surrender, like, it just is giving me the sense of like, Spirit's showing me the Two of Wands in the Light Seers deck, which I'm going to go grab it. It's this image of like somebody looking out the window and like there's a globe and like maybe a travel brochure or something, like just like what is out there for me, like just thinking about, you know, I could stay here but I kind of want to go exploring, like looking out the window and contemplating what to do, and but we haven't moved forward yet. We have not made that choice or decision yet. And so that's kind of what I'm seeing with this Two of Wands. It's like, it can be a message like, I'm not really happy here. I want to go do something else, but I'm considering my options. That can be a message of the Two of Wands. Then with the King of Pentacles, like, there are a couple of associated messages and ways to read this card. It is a confirmation if you've been trying to generate money, especially if you're using your talent in some way. And this could even just be a confirmation that you are talented. You might have some hidden talent too, of a path with money is waiting for you to find it. There could be like something you don't realize you have a talent at yet and that you want to try to do. And there could be like discovering a natural talent. It could be something that happens for you this season. So that could be an additional message, like trying something and realizing you're kind of like a prodigy at it. You're like a natural. Might be something that resonates for you. But the King of Pentacles does have a message about earning money. Like the King of Pentacles is financially abundant. It's not just financially secure. It's financially abundant enough to be able to support yourself and potentially support your family if that is something that resonates for you. As the King of Pentacles like takes care of themselves and they take care of family in a responsible way, not in a codependent way, in a responsible way, and because of that, also the caretaking message of the King of Pentacles, there can also be a message about needing to take care of yourself, like needing to focus on self-care, and especially with the King of Pentacles would be a message about being very practical and focusing on your practical needs and making sure that you are taking care of like your body and your physical self and your responsibilities, and making sure you can like pay your rent and prioritizing the things that need to be prioritized, and just again being very practical and reasonable about the things that require your attention, because doing that is an act of self-care. It's like taking care of yourself by taking care of your responsibilities. So there can be a message there about like, you know, we're considering where we want to go and what we want to do, and at the same time we're using our practical mind of like, we got to weigh the pros and cons. Like, is it practical to run off and join the circus? You know, like, is that practical? I don't know. There might be something else that I can do that might be like a more reasonable step towards achieving a future that I want. So that might be an associated message there. So there's like a very practical energy, and there is also a message about financial abundance. But this is it's a Pentacles, it's long-term financial abundance, and it might not come in right away. And then the next card we have is the Hanged Man. And so it was like this Hanged Man energy was, you know, as soon as I saw this and the slow-moving energy of the Pentacles and needing to be practical, and then the kind of like considering what to do next energy of the Two of Wands, so like I might not be happy here, but am I going to be happy somewhere else? You know, that kind of thing. When I was seeing that, and then I was also feeling frustrated that the fourth card wouldn't come out, I was like, okay, this is giving me the idea of maybe feeling stagnant, or like things aren't moving forward with the speed that you want, or like you might have received a lot of messages that something's going to pay off and something's going to be successful and you're going to see the results of it, and it just isn't happening, you know. And so and then that could be leading to feelings of frustration. The good news with this card and with the surrender card here is this winter you are going to be getting to a place where you are going to be feeling more at peace with the process, and you are going to be able to get to a place of acceptance and surrender, of like things happen in divine timing. This could for sure be the right path for you, but there's a message that like you gotta give time for these ripples to develop, you know, to put it that way. And then the other thing, like there's a moon behind the person on this talent card, and that for me would be a message about things happening behind the scenes. You know, and this is the Wandering Moon deck, so there's lots of moons, but the moon here, it's like you might need to stay in your status quo for a while Spirit helps remove obstacles behind the scenes. You know, that just might be an additional message there. There's a message about surrender and acceptance with the Hanged Man. It's like if you're tied up and hanging upside down, you know, you're in the place where you're at, you know, and it's like you know, a que sera type of energy of like, okay, if I'm hanging upside down here, this is where I'm meant to be right now, and I need to kind of surrender to my circumstances. And at the same time, there's also a message with this card, because it's like usually depicts somebody hanging upside down. It can talk about a change of perspective. It's like being upside down is a different perspective from being upright, and so there might be a message you're not moving forward right now or with the speed that you might have wanted, because there's a shift in your perspective that needs to happen that might be related to this money path card of like a path with money is waiting for you to find it. You got to change your perspective on something in order to see something that you are not currently aware of. Like Spirit wants to bring something to your attention, and it's not going to occur to you until you get to a place of surrender and acceptance and just focusing on the things that you can control and focus on right now, and focusing on practical aspects. And like you know, it's good and positive to be thinking about the future and where do you want to go from here and what would be the next path, and like thinking about the potential options that are open to you, and going exploring and perhaps going traveling and whatever might be represented here on this Two of. It's good to think about this kind of stuff for sure. You know, that this is not a negative message, but there is just another message here about needing to accept your current circumstances and the status quo so that Spirit can help you see something that you're not currently aware of. So that's, I think, generally a positive message. And then we have this Page of Swords. And the Page of Swords. First of all, the Page of Swords is always honest. They always tell the truth, and they always tell the truth to themselves and others. And there might be a message about needing to reach a place of honesty with yourself. You know, and like I don't want to come across as though I am judging or being accusatory of like, you're not being honest with yourself. Like, I don't know, you know, it could for sure totally just be there's something here that you're not seeing, because the moon is also associated with hidden things and having like maybe a skewed perspective on something, or like just not seeing things totally clearly. The Page of Swords sees things clearly and is very honest about it. And so there just might be something, it's not, maybe not something you are ignoring, it might be something that you're not seeing, that you need to be in this current status quo in like for a while and in a place of surrender and acceptance before it can become known to you, something that you're not currently seeing. And you might have again, a hidden talent of some sort that is going to be made known to you this season, and it can be something you might be able to make money with, even if it's just like a side project. There's something that you don't see yet that you are going to be able to receive clarity about this season. The Hanged Man can be frustrating. It's also an opportunity. And it can be an opportunity even to do meditation and like inner soul searching type of work. And that could be definitely associated with this Two of Wands. Like, what potential is out there for me? You know, I want to think about this. Let's do some mental exploration of where I want to go from here, and getting to a place of clarity and honesty with the Page of Swords. And then I do want to talk also about the extra card that we had for you, which is this New Moon card. And this card is connected with doing shadow work, focusing on healing and self-care, retreat, hibernation, working on your relationship with yourself, and doing things such as meditation and working with moon cycles. So it's like just kind of a confirmation, like, you know, as I was like, the Hanged Man is an opportunity to go deeper. And the new moon card would be a confirmation, like when you are doing this shadow work, like examining, taking time for self-care, meditation. You know, I could have seen this being related to even the Four of Swords of like rest and recovery. You know, like taking the opportunity. If I'm not moving forward right now, let's take the opportunity to go a little bit deeper into my shadow side, my shadow self, do some healing work, focus on self-care, take care of whatever responsibilities I can take care of right now, and take kind of like a practical groundedness approach to it. Surrender to the process. It's not going to happen overnight, but by doing this, there's even like a keyhole right here. Like there, you are going to be unlocking something that you might not have realized was there, and it's like there's a hidden path, a secret talent, something that you do not see right now that is going to become clear to you, and it's going to be like a part of your truest, most authentic self, with the relation to this Page of Swords here. So it's like, again, it's a challenge, it's also an opportunity. So with that said, I think that is where I'm going to leave your reading today, pile 3. I hope that you have enjoyed it. If you did like it, please feel free to give it a like. Please comment down below and let me know how this resonated for you. If you like my videos and you want to see more from me, you can feel free to subscribe to my channel. And with that said, thank you very much for watching pile 3, and I do hope to see you in my next video.